can you tell me about the Tower of Fangs?
I
Tower,
can tell you
man.
that even talking about it has brought about the death of more powerful men than either of us. Some say he's protected by Gandahar himself. I know you have a death wish, but some things are worse than death. Rumours say that Captain is the only one ever to go inside. Then again, rumours also say he rides a horse made of crystal.
A horse made of crystal, huh?
Can you tell me about Risa?
I see that my newest pearl got herself a new admirer. She came here a few weeks ago looking for work. When she came into my office, I just couldn't refuse, if you know what I mean. I could have arranged a meeting with her in a quiet place,
An op.
but I don't think you have that kind of money.
I appreciate it.
Likewise. Before you go,
Sorry, Basil, but
relax. It's simply an open offer.
what kind of offer?
I arrange fights from time to time, you know, to entertain the locals. If you ever find yourself in need of extra orders,
I'm listening.
the fights take place at the pit, the arena where the Brotherhood used to train. Speak with a run. Give him the phrase, "You can swallow a pot of blood before you get sick." He'll know that I sent you.
Poison arrow skill book. Alright. So we can go to the arena. I'm curious. Oh, you can't talk to me now. I see. Yeah, she's an op, I think.
I thought you'd be taller.
I'm sorry.
Forgive my manners. They call me Tongue. Perhaps you've heard of me. Knowing who you are, however, is what I'm paid for.
I know who you are.
I've heard you've been asking about the Tower of Fangs. Quite carelessly, I might add. But if you'd like a more definitive answer to such an ambiguous question, I'd advise you to follow me.
Alright. Where did he go?
After you. I must apologize for this perceived dishonesty.
Open the gate. Now.
Not yet. I'm afraid I cannot ask you to perform the task at hand without knowing you are competent enough to complete it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mr. Mirage offers you information about the whereabouts of one captain, who, as you probably already know, is the only one to return from the tower alive.
And what does Mr. Mirage want in return?
Nothing for the moment. Mr. Mirage offers this information as a sign of good faith.
Why the trap, then?
It's nothing personal, I assure you. Mr. Mirage is very ritualistic when it pertains to hiring new people. Do you still wish to learn where to find the captain?
Yes.
Then you'll find him with his party in seclusion south of here. Less than a mile, to be more precise. He's built a camp within a small village there. I recommend inquiring about the specifics with the rebels in the area. Now, back to business. Gentlemen, you may begin. Good luck. There's a slight theatricality to your methods.
What kind of test was this?
The kind you live to complain about, apparently. Which leaves me with the pleasure of announcing that Mr. Mirage would like to make you an offer.
What if I'm not interested?
While your hesitance might be considered measurably understandable, suggesting that Mr. Mirage isn't the type of person one should consider refusing seems in order.
What's the offer?
You've made several inquiries into a series of murders that recently took place.
I have.
Then it's safe to assume you know that 8 years ago, Mr. Mirage inherited control of Hatmandor's underground.
He cut his way to the top.
In a manner of speaking. Before Mr. Mirage received his inheritance, he was forced to remove Tors Daram, his predecessor. Several of his followers, however, refused to cooperate.
I heard. He had them killed. Their families as well.
After we cleansed Daram's residence, Mr. Mirage later discovered a stone left unturned. A boy. A son.
He wasn't accounted for.
Someone was silenced in his stead. Daram's nephew. The resemblance was striking, so close in fact that by the time we discovered our error, Daram's heir was nowhere to be found.
And now you think that he is?
Yes, this is Mr. Mirage's assumption.
And you want me to?
To correct this error, naturally.
And in return?
Money, of course. It's worth noting that the good faith he's shown thus far is extended to relevant financial matters as well. Furthermore, if you succeed, our interest in your services may prove to become much more consistent.
I'll do it.
Good. You should begin with Zask, the only remaining Daram loyalist left by both our target and our employer.
Why was he spared?
Mr. Mirage wisely assumed that if Daram's son returned to the city, he'd contact Zask. He's been monitored ever since, yet our assumption now seems flawed.
Then why bother?
We're simply interested in knowing if we missed something, so it is part of your task to discover this before our situation escalates. This is espionage, not an interrogation. Convince him to trust you. He owns a small workshop in Chesnadar. I pray that Basil hasn't overestimated your skill set regarding this matter. Best of luck.
Tell me more about the boy.
He had dark hair. His name was Daniel, though time has a way of rendering such trivial information even less relevant.
Tell me about Zask.
His appearance betrays his age in a least ideal fashion. While he's quite old, he appears ancient. He crafts armor and weapons from his workshop in Chesnadar. While we ironically make the occasional purchase from him, he's been reduced to filling large orders for the Empire. Not exactly ideal work for one who considers themselves an artisan.
It seems I have work to do.
It seems you do indeed.
What do we have here?
I guess I'm going back out the same way I came in.
Hey, you. The commander told me to give you these keys.
Keys?
Yeah, keys to the gates. We cut off several parts of the desert because of the Varn infestation. Unfortunately, they've taken control of some of our outposts. Now anyone crazy enough to wander the desert needs these keys. Not to mention a big stick. Here.
Walk softly and carry a big stick, right? Alright, let's stop video.